by nearly 70 years of heritage, the new 2023 Toyota Crown continues a legacy of Japanese automotive flagships that stretches back 15 generations. But in a way, none of that matters. Because the 2023 model is the first Crown to reach US shores since 1972, which means Americans can't be relied on to respect that history. The 2023 Crown must stand on its own. With the Avalon discontinued, Toyota could have just quietly exited the full-size sedan segment. Instead, we get a boundary-pushing sedan UV design you must see in person to appreciate, or not. Beyond the polarizing look and long-standing heritage, though, how else does the 2023 Toyota Crown entice buyers? Very much not a 2023 Avalon. The old Avalon and new Crown are both full-size flagship Toyota sedans, but that's where the similarities end. As with the Venza, the Sienna, and even the Sequoia, the Crown makes its debut with an all-hybrid lineup. And just like those other Toyotas, you don't need to be a Prius-loving environmentalist to care about the Crown's green-friendly powertrains. A 236 horsepower 4-cylinder AWD hybrid system mated to a CVT is standard on the Crown XLE and Limited. This is an updated version of the tech we've seen in various Toyotas for years. Acceleration to 60 miles per hour comes in 7.6 seconds, Toyota says, though that's using 91 octane. 87 is recommended when you're not racing a Lexus S for pink slips. Pricing starts just above $41,000 for this version of the Crown. If that causes a little heartburn, remember the 2022 Avalon already started around $38,000 with a V6 and $39,000 with a hybrid i4. The surprise of the lineup, before the Crown Prime plug-in arrives, is the Platinum model. You'll have to spend just over $53,000 for the 2023 Crown Platinum, the only trim with Toyota's new Hybrid Max system. As on the 2023 Lexus RX 500h, the Crown Platinum skips the 2.5-litre i4 for a 2.4-litre turbo i4. It also gets a 6-speed automatic and a more complex hybrid system, the latter involving a motor on the front axle as well as a motor and inverter on the rear axle to deliver responsive acceleration and AWD that always has at least 30% of the torque going to the rear wheels. Like that Lexus, the max torque distribution to the rear axle is 80%. The Crown Platinum may only make 340 horsepower to the RX 500h's 366 horsepower, but the Toyota is still good for an automaker estimated 5.7 seconds 0 to 60 mph time. It easily feels that quick on the road. Why does it look like that? The 2023 Toyota Crown follows in the tire tracks left by AMC, Subaru, and even Volvo. It's a lifted sedan that's 4.1 inches taller than an Avalon and 1 inch shy of the CHR SUV with roof rails. Walking around the Crown is no less strange than swiping through the photos in this review. You understand what you're looking at, but it just seems different somehow. In an industry full of design one-upmanship, the Crown breaks through. The way the roof slopes to the rear deck lid is an especially nice touch, but the problem we see is elsewhere. The uniquely styled Crown picks up where the Avalon left off in front, with a blacked-out grille treatment just as excessive today as when that discontinued car launched for 2019. The story doesn't improve with the two-tone paint options, which includes a black hood that vaguely suggests a sports car. The Crown most definitely is not. But hey, go big or go home, right? Even if the two-tone option is writing some checks the Crown can't cash, we admire Toyota's courage here, especially with the goldish bronze age/black and eye-catching supersonic red/black choices. In back, the Crown goes for a single taillight look and features a black ribbed trim piece that looks best when it contrasts against a non-black color. Attractive 19-inch wheels are standard equipment on the XLE, while 21s are available on the Limited and standard on the Platinum. The Crown may have 4 body styles in Japan, including an incredibly hot one, But maybe Toyota hopes the unique design shakes up a segment that's seen a number of competitors plan on leaving the segment. Both Crown powertrains drive well, but don't think of the hybrid Maxified Platinum as simply a more powerful version of the standard hybrid system in the XLE and Limited. With the standard setup, the lower two trims feel more powerful than 236 horsepower suggests, and that could be the hybrid boost at work. The engine sounds a little grainy, but it's not too loud. Besides, with 42/41 of a mile per gallon city/highway and a nearly 600-mile combined driving range, that minor issue is forgivable. On the smooth two-lane roads outside Nashville, we weren't able to put the Crown's suspension to the test, but Chief Engineer Akihiro Sarada tells us ride quality was a priority. Not surprisingly, the team aimed for a smooth and refined ride. Sarada, whose father had 11 th and 12th generation Crowns, is also proud of the way the 2023 model corners relatively flat for such a large car. It's true, no 2023 Crown we drove flopped over with excessive body roll when driven comfortably, or at moderately spirited speeds. Not bad for a car that weighs around 4,300 pounds. Brake feel is also a highlight, as the car delivers near seamless responses when you come to a stop. That sounds like basic stuff but isn't. The transition for hybrids from regenerative to mechanical braking right before you stop has stymied automakers in the past, including Lexus. Where the Crown can improve. In the Lexus RX 500h and now the Toyota Crown Platinum, we're fans of the company's new hybrid AWD system based on the 2.4-litre turbo inline-4. In the latter car, it only comes in fully loaded form with not enough interior flair to match the exterior. A few subtle, upscale copper trim pieces look good but don't match the door handles. Also, the door panels themselves are too hard and plain, though we appreciate the squishy armrests. All over the interior, the materials are a fair mix of high-quality stuff and harder surfaces. That interior adequacy and the lack of a power trunk option make us reluctantly suggest buyers pass on the expensive hybrid max powertrain for a Limited with the optional 21-inch wheels. If you're going to do things differently, might as well commit to the look. Unless, however, you're tall. There's not as much headroom inside as you might think, but maybe a design this interesting merits some practical compromises. The rear seat is spacious for two, but it's not as cavernous as the exterior dimensions suggest. One other quick note, the button to open the trunk on the right side of the trunk lid below the LED light strip is too small and hard to access. We hope a future Crown updates this. For now, appreciate the way the 2023 Toyota Crown charts its own course. Or don't and get the more traditionally attractive Volkswagen Arteon. But like the rest of the full-size car space, that VW lacks the Crown's efficiency and conversation starter appeal. We're not sold on the Toyota's styling and think the interior could do a better job at the Platinum price point, but this car is intriguing. That and Toyota's reputation for long-term value may be enough for some buyers, regardless of what model name is spelled out on the trunk lid. We just hope Toyota will continue to iterate on this Crown or, maybe give us one of the three other body styles, including the vaguely European SUV.